Welcome to the channel, guys.
Welcome back, guys.
Sorry, I started that really quickly. I just saw that the lighting was good.
She saw it and I was like, in the frame, Casey, we're taking off.
I just was like,
no warning. I'm getting better at it. I was like, hello everyone.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel.
Welcome back. It's New Moon in Taurus.
And today we're doing a new moon circle.
A new moon circle.
We did this 2 weeks ago for the full moon, and we were like, this would be something so fun to film and share with you guys. So we're gonna show you guys like basically what we do during a little like new moon, full moon circle.
We pull some cards. We, have our crystals here.
We usually have something burning too. Like we FaceTimed last time we did it, and I was burning incense. I think Casey was burning Palo Santo. You could do like sage. You could do candles. Anything that really like sticks out to you.
Yeah, you're just kind of setting the vibe.
Yeah, set the mood.
Today we're burning copal, which is, I feel like, do we mention Tulum in every vlog that we do? Because I think we do.
It was a magical experience.
It was a magical experience, but in Tulum they had this burning literally everywhere. It's an incense, and it's made by the Mayans in the area, in the Yucatan Peninsula, which is where we are. And if you wanted to know, I'm an encyclopedia of all things Tulum, Mexico's. Yeah, I mean, you don't have to go to the Yucatan to get this, but
She's like,
yeah, why am I giving so much context to this fucking... It's just incense, okay, guys?
The Mayans get this from you can.
Look,
we just bought it off of Urban Outfitters.
I literally, yes, I bought this from anthropology.com. So.
Oh, I'm sweating.
But we burned it there. So we have that burning for vibes.
And then we also have tarot cards. That's what I'm shuffling right now. We do the Starseed Oracle by it's by Rebecca Campbell. And I love these tarot cards. One thing to know about like tarot cards or like a pendulum or any of those mindfulness or intuitive tools, they get better the more that you use them. So like with this one, I feel like the first couple times I was pulling, I was like, like I could see it, but like I don't know if that totally resonates. But now when I pull cards from this, I'm like, whoa, like that's spot on. Have you ever heard that before? Like even like with pendulums, the more that you use them,
I haven't heard it in that context, but it makes sense. I've heard that you, like each card, and this is like, I feel like essentially maybe the same thing, is like unique to you as a person, and like you kind of like soak together. I don't want to say soaks, but bond. You bond.
Yes.
So like, I've heard
the more
that
you bond,
yes,
the better.
I've heard that you're supposed to be like gifted the cards because like they're supposed to like choose you kind of thing.
Wait, I was gifted this.
Yeah. Well, that's probably why it's, bonded. You guys are bonded.
And then you can also play like meditation music in the background.
Meditation music, Justin Bieber, whatever floats. Mostly, I think
Justin Bieber kind of is meditation.
I was gonna
music.
say, I feel like we would probably play Justin Bieber.
All music has a vibration, right?
Right. Yeah.
Why are you about to laugh right now?
I was like, what vibration is Justin Bieber?
It's like the pulse of our hearts.
Literally.
For anyone who's into yoga, Om is like the vibration of the earth, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like super grounding to do Om.
I feel like we should pick our crystal for the moon.
Okay, which one are you gonna pick?
Well, okay, so this is if you are needing, amethyst is if you need like emotional support. Rose quartz is like love and relationships. Citrine is like the divine manifestation stones we're trying to manifest. This is like mental clarity and focus, fluorite. And then this is like calm, happy, and adventure.
But you guys should pick a crystal too.
Yeah, whatever you're feeling like you need.
And you can pull from our crystals' energies.
Yeah. I feel like tonight I'm gonna do...
I'm like so curious which one you pick.
I'm gonna do amethyst. Because I've been emotional. I'm picking amethyst because I feel like I've been homesick. So I've been getting...
Casey, I almost cried the other night thinking about being homesick and thinking about you being homesick too. Is that really weird?
Because we were feeling homesick on the same...
We were feeling homesick on the same exact day.
Yeah.
But also, like, I've been really craving the beach, and I know that you have too.
So bad, like dreaming about
weird.
it. I've been dreaming about my beach house every night. Like I'm breaking into it, and the new owners are there. I'm pretending like I'm walking the dogs to get in.
Wait.
I had 2 separate dreams.
Wow.
About me like breaking it. Isn't that crazy?
It's so crazy because I don't know why, but I've been feeling really called to like the ocean too.
Yeah.
But I was thinking about it, and I was thinking how much I feel called to the ocean right now. I was like, I can't even imagine how you feel, because she had a beach house growing up, and me and Casey had so many memories. Like, I feel like our whole entire childhood, like, we went there almost every single weekend.
Every single weekend, yes.
And it's like a very big representation of like childhood and like home and stuff.
I would say it's the equivalent like of your farm. Like, we grew up on your farm and my beach house, and like that's what we did during the summer. And this is my first summer ever, like in my entire life, not going down there.
Yeah.
So it's a very weird as it starts to get warm. Like, it's just bizarre. It's like,
yeah, because her family just sold the beach house in the same year that she moved to Colorado too. So we're originally from Pennsylvania, and we will go to the Delaware beaches.
Yeah. So it's like a big lot of transition and change for sure. It's making me feel emotional. So I'm using candles tonight. What's your stone? I feel like this is like the last avatar or whatever. It's like, pick your sport or something.
Pick your element.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
I think I want to pick this one. What is this one representing?
Citrine. He's citrine and he's divine manifestation.
Alright, so we're gonna descend into this.
We're gonna melt into the earth.
I do really love to drop into this moment and become present, like rolling back your shoulders, relaxing them, unclenching your jaw.
Okay, deep breath.
Something that really helps me too is like when I put, like if I really am having a hard time concentrating, like putting my hand like on my chest and like feeling it rise and fall. And then once you guys feel present, come back. And we can start to pull cards, right?
Yeah.
I feel like that was just like nice to like kind of like, wow, I actually feel so much more relaxed.
Yeah, me too. Oh my god, like literally the term dropping in is like so accurate,
It's
right?
so accurate, yes.
You take like a couple deep breaths.
Yeah.
Just center yourself.
Wow. I can't wait to watch that back and see how stupid we look for just saying.
But it works.
But it works. Okay, so basically we're gonna pull cards, and Casey will have a card. We'll pull one for her, and then we'll also pull one for me. And then you guys can choose which card you feel like you're gonna resonate more with. Just like tune in and feel whichever one you feel called to pull. Yeah, Casey's card or my card. And then we'll read them. Okay? Does that sound good?
Yep.
Casey, you go ahead and pick your card. No, don't read it yet. Don't read it yet. Hold it like right here. Hold it on your chest so that they can see. Okay, so you guys can pick right now whichever card you feel more called to. Casey's card or my card. Okay, so take a second to pick. And then Casey, you can go ahead and read yours.
No, you go first.
You want me to go first?
Yeah, you picked yours.
Okay, sorry about that, guys. Change of scenery because we had some neighbors singing, the sun was going down in our eyes, and a lot of different elements. Okay, so I chose We the Hathors, and it's Deep Love, Mother's Milk, Birth as a Portal. And this is what the passage says. It says, birth is a portal that ushers in new life. The Hathors are here to remind you that you're a child of the Cosmic Mother. You're being called to be held by her deep, never-ending love and embrace. This is a tender, nourishing card reminding you to receive the deep, deep love of the Mother's embrace. The Hathors know that the journey on Earth can be rocky and lonely at times, but you're being reminded to rest more deeply in the Mother's arms. This is a card of extreme potency, of femininity, of creation, of birth. You're being called to mother yourself and others too, to surrender to your sacred femininity, to create and surrender to your own creations, to hold and be held. You're being called to remember your place in the web of life and to realize that the Cosmic Mother is watching you every step of the way. You may be going through a transition now, moving from one way of being to another. If so, you're being reminded that you're cradled and in a sacred container, that you're more held than you can possibly imagine, and you have access to more love than your heart can bear. If you're struggling in any way, you're being reassured that things will work out. Open yourself to receiving the overflowing love of the Cosmic Mother, flooding towards you from every direction. Let it stretch your heart. And that starseed activation is place the card on the portal of your heart and whisper the following. I allow the deep love of the Cosmic Mother to wash over me. I am loved, I am held.
Wait, that was so spot on.
So spot on. What's yours again? And I'll find it.
Mine is the blue flame, spontaneous awakening, activation, integration time.
Okay, this is the blue flame.
Oh, are you? The blue flame. This is a card of awakening and energetic upgrades. Perhaps you're going through a period of spontaneous awakening, receiving visions and having experiences that are out of the ordinary. Oh my god.
You were just talking about that.
In the West, little is known about the process of spontaneous awakening, and it can feel very scary when we're going through it alone. Elsewhere, they can be seen as auspicious experiences, with those going through them being treated with tender care. The blue beings are thought to be activating beings with great potential for healing and upgrading our cellular structures. They appear in moments of extreme awakening, activating a physical kundalini awakening and deep cellular and DNA healing. Many people glamorize the awakening process, however, in reality, it's much messier and more difficult than most of us believe. We must first let go of what we think we know for sure and how we make sense of the world. This isn't easy. The awakening process, even when it's spontaneous, takes a considerable amount of time to integrate. An awakening without integration can leave us feeling very ungrounded. If you're in the midst of an awakening, the process never ends. Treat this time as deeply sacred and give yourself ample space to ground and integrate the extreme changes you're going through. The starseed activation is place the card on the portal of your heart and whisper the following. I allow myself to surrender to the awakening process that's right for me. I take things slowly and integrate my experience each and every day.
Casey, that is literally speaking to your soul, because Casey just moved to Denver, and I feel like that's your like big awakening, the big thing that's happening in your life, and it's saying that like you need to start integrating into it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes, but also receiving visions and having experiences that are out of the ordinary. I just said to you on the phone that I've been having visions and like these memories, these very specific memories that like I've never remembered in my life. I'll be like sitting there and like I'll remember something like from my like childhood, like that's like so weird and irrelevant. I don't know how it like applies to what is going on now, but it's like these very vivid memories.
Wow. But I also think that this means that like you need to start integrating and accepting this as your new reality, right?
Oh yeah, for sure. And like energetic upgrades, 100%. Like I miss obviously everything about home, but I just feel like me as a person, like moving has been such an energetic upgrade for me.
Yes.
100%.
Like you feel like you stepped into yourself.
Yes.
Right? Like
Oh
I feel like you're thriving more as yourself than you ever have.
Yeah.
Like I just feel like you're like really shining who you are.
But it also is saying that it's messy and like it can be ungrounding at times, which is so true, because like there are parts where I'm like, oh, like so much of what I was doing I haven't carried over into like this new, but I think it's just like taking it day by day, like it said, and trying to integrate. But overall, even though like I'm still missing those parts of like myself and my routine that I was doing, it's just like altogether an energetic upgrade.
Yeah, even though you're missing those parts, you still feel like you're, and then once you add those parts and integrate those parts, then you're gonna be like really thriving.
Wait,
That is
cards are so fucking accurate.
They're so accurate. And then mine talked about, fuck, I forgot.
Mother milk and rebirth. Okay, for yours, I feel like going through potentially a new change, and it's saying that like even though like it might feel like unsettling, ungrounded, that you're still like being guided and loved. Yeah,
more than ever.
Yes, and I feel like you have been
crazy.
Yeah, like scared and like anxious about it too, but I feel like that's like reassurance that like
it literally said reassurance.
Yeah,
because I'm looking for a job right now. I'm unemployed, so I feel like that is crazy, because I am going through a transit. This whole entire time has been a transition, but now I feel ready to find a job and like transitioning into that. And I was even just thinking the other day how it's been really difficult trying to figure out how to juggle applying to jobs, editing, and then being able to still like do recipes and just like how to balance those three, because I feel like I was always adding something new, like having that reassurance.
Yeah, but like it's gonna work out and you're being like guided and held, and like you don't have to feel anxious about it or like that put a lot of pressure on the situation, because like you're ultimately being guided.
Yeah. Oh my god, and then also my horoscope today was saying that like I need to stop feeling like I need to understand what's going on, and I just need to be present. Like it was saying like stop trying to figure out how to understand your circumstances right now. It was like just be present.
Ooh,
isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Me and Casey, we both lost our jobs at the same time, and
I think it just gave us like time to reflect that we truly have never had, you know what I mean?
Yes.
As an adult.
As an adult, to have time to think about what you truly want and what you truly value in life is crazy, and just like having that time and that space to find clarity,
yeah, it's like invaluable.
and then we both got to do a bunch of things that we've always wanted to do, and like even if we weren't even doing these things for like who knows why, like we started a YouTube, like who knows why we did that.
Right, literally we got the idea while we were unemployed. We would have never had that idea. I actually would have never moved out here,
and Casey would have never even moved out here, because that was just like everything falling into place.
But we've always said that we want to start like a business together of some sort. And I feel like our YouTube, like we've said in the beginning, was like a step towards just like trying and doing something together.
When we lost our jobs, there was a lot of good that came out of it.
Yeah. And I think also transitioning back into like working is a transition. But I feel like that card specifically is like, okay, you're held, you're guided, it's okay. You know what I mean? And I feel like so much more at peace. I feel like I used to rack my brain being like, I need to be doing what I'm going to be doing for the rest of my life, like in the second. But I feel like having that time to reflect just made me feel reassured that like it will all work out. Yeah, it will all work out.
Why is that I felt that way too.
Oh my god.
I feel that way.
Hard.
I'm being particular with what job I'm picking, but I'm not, but I know what you mean in saying you're not putting the pressure on yourself for it to be the perfect job. There's like certain things that I really want in this job,
which are okay. It's like the parameters of your work, which you reflected on while you were unemployed, and you were like, this is what I want.
Yes, these are my values that I have when I find a job. But everything else is really like, I'm fine with whatever. But like, whoa, if you chose a card, drop which card you chose, and then write a comment with how it related to your life, because those were so spot on.
It resonated with you.
Yeah.
Because whoa, these were spot on. Like
these were so
even the visions, guys. Like I cannot tell you, I've been having the most specific visions and memories, like crazy. And like it's not something that you like think of and you're like, oh, like I'm like it's coming up and I'm thinking like, whoa, like how did I just remember this? I need to start writing them down, I think, because maybe if I write them down I can see similarities. Usually after then, we journal about it.
Yeah, so like now we usually journal. What I do when I journal is usually I'll either pull a card, or even if I'm just like feeling like I have a lot of thoughts going on, but it really does help to pull cards because I feel like it provokes thoughts.
Yeah.
So I'll write down my thoughts for that card pull, and then I'll also write down like 3 manifestations and then 3 affirmations.
But it's also the new moon, so you should write intentions too.
And then for the full moon, you write down. Yeah, you write down things that you want to release.
I feel like you can incorporate like manifestation into both.
Yeah, I agree.
I was looking at my intentions for 2021, and one of them was to move, and I did it. Isn't that weird to think that like when the year started, I didn't know I was moving?
And you wrote it down?
And then like 2 months later, I moved. It was good. Wow, the cards. We are actually shook by our cards every time we do this. Every single time we pulled cards together. Full on moon circle.
We did a full-on moon circle. Thanks for joining us, guys.
Thanks for joining us. This was so fun. We love doing these.
If you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. Ring the bell.
There's so many things to do. So many actions on YouTube.
Whatever you get done, you get done. Whatever you don't, you don't.
Whatever is calling to you. But definitely fucking subscribe. I'm just kidding. Sun's going down. The moon is coming up. How could the tape bust it down?
You got blushed literally right.
And we sing Kumbaya.
Sir,
we're filming a movie.
do you need us to pull a card for you?
Mm-hmm.
Can you tell me what you're doing?
I just took a deep breath so I could stop laughing, honestly. Matt's in there like,
oh my god, Christy got attacked! You're almost like balancing.
literally like, is that noise gonna ruin everything?
Well, what are they moving? It's 7 p.m. Go home! I feel really close with my deck.
That's a wrap. Period.